Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. Come to you with a new recipe today. Hi, Benita. Good to see you. I would have come on a little early, but I was still doing the prep work yet. There's a lot of prep work that goes into that. You have to cook your lentils, you have to cook your potatoes, and I have to cook. And I got my potatoes. I got my potatoes all mashed up already. I use my beater to mash my potatoes because they come out nice that way. Oh, thank you for the super hearts already. You're awesome. So they come out real good. So, and I'm going to use a 12-inch Pampered Chef skillet. This is a very simple recipe. It's all done in the skillet, and then it's put into the oven to bake. So I've got my oven going right now at 400. So, and I've got my corn and peas measured out there, half a cup of corn and peas. Hi, good to see you. Oh, yeah. I decided I'm not going to do a cooking scope every day. I'm just going to come in here every once in a while and do a scope. I'm not going to do a cooking one every day, but when I do one, I'm going to make it a good one. So it'll last several days. But anyway, when I saw this on my Pinterest, I think it was yesterday, I believe it was, I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this today because it looks like it's a nice recipe. Now, that being said, they got rosettes I'm not gonna put rosettes on the potatoes. I'm not gonna be that fancy, but I'm just gonna spread it on the top and be done with it. You know, you don't have to do the rosettes, but that's, they say if you want to be fancy. Oh yes, like Christmas. Oh, thank you so much. I enjoy doing them too, but like I said, the cooking scopes become overwhelming sometimes because it's a lot of work. It takes me time to do them, to a lot of prep work, and to do them every day is too much food. So I figured I'm going to have to eat up what I've got, and then, all I had to get was a tomato paste today, which I'll get out of the refrigerator in a minute. I bought it in a tube. I always take my phone along so I know what I need on the recipe I'm going to do. Basically, the only thing I needed was the tomato paste. I already had the carrots. I already had potatoes. I had plenty of potatoes. I had the corn and the peas. And I had onions, of course. I chopped them up. So basically everything is going to go in this skillet. And right now I've got avocado oil in here. It's supposed to be olive oil, but I forgot to buy some. So that's how forgetful I am. So I'll use avocado oil. It doesn't really matter. Avocado oil is just as good anyway. So what's everybody's day been so far, and what's your weather? Because the weather here is fairly nice. I'm surprised it's as nice as it is. It's not too bad. I think we're going to be in the 50s today, something like that. 40s, upper 40s, 50s. And I'm taking that lid off because oh, it's still hot. I did cook my lentils in the quick cooker, so that would be a lot less time, because if I do it on the stove, it's going to take too long to cook them. So, sunny and low fit. Oh, awesome. So I did put my lentils in here and cooked them only for about 5 minutes. So, and it's got plenty of water in there, but it's going to go right in the skillet anyway because you need it. I wish our weather would be a little better, but I'm not complaining. We're not snowing anyway. Hi, good to see you. Welcome, Cheryl. Good to see you. I saw your message, but I haven't looked at it yet because I was getting ready to come on. So, I see Gary Smith's in here. Hi, Gary. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Thank you to everybody coming in, and thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for the hearts and the super hearts. You guys are awesome. Because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be coming in here every day. As you know, I love coming in here and doing these different scopes. It makes me happy to come in here and do these for you, and I know you like watching me do them as well. So I like to take the time and do things the way they need to be done. It's good seeing you too. Good seeing you too. It's good seeing everybody in here. I think it was just before New Year's, I believe it was, or was it after New Year's? I can't remember when it was. Can't remember what night it was. I think it was one day last week when Leslie and Rob and Nance had come on Periscope for the very first time in about 9 months. Of course, she's not going to make a habit of it, but I was happy to see her come on. I mean, she had over 2,000 people in her Periscope that day. So it was good to see her on. She's looking real good. So is Robin. Talking about, what she's doing. She's a cancer coach, if everybody doesn't know. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to do this. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Hi. Well, welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in. This is awesome. You guys really make me feel good when you're coming in here. Now, this is going to be a lentil shepherd's pie. Most of the shepherd's pie you make are with meat. Well, this is a lentil one that I found. on Pinterest, so I wanted to go ahead and do it. I'm going to put my tripod down in a little bit. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to put my tripod down a little bit, and I'll go over this, what I'm putting in here as I'm putting it in here. I've already got my avocado oil because I forgot to buy olive oil. I knew I'd forget something. I got to add the oil, onions, and carrots and cook for 5 to 7 minutes until onions become translucent and carrots are a bit... Okay, I'll put this on right now, and we'll let this heat up first. But this will be a simple recipe. I know it will be real easy to do. If you've ever had shepherd's pie before, most of the time it's baked in a dish. Well, you can put this in a baking dish if you want to too. But I decided to use the Pampered Chef skillet because they said you can put it in a skillet. It's done in a cast iron skillet. Well, this is close to cast iron as you can get. So I wanted to use the Pampered Chef skillet because I love them so much. And I'm always trying to find a lot of skillet recipes because it makes your time in the kitchen a lot shorter. And you can put it right in the oven, which I like that idea a lot. Put it right in the oven, and it makes it great. You know, anything I can stick in the oven to save me time. I did a bunch of dishes before I came in here, plus my prep work, so I've been busy since about 12 o'clock my time, and it's quarter till 2 right now. So it's been almost 2 hours I've been in here doing prep work. So I've been busy. I've been a busy beaver trying to get ready for this Periscope. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of work. That's why I've decided to kind of slow down just a little bit, because it does take a lot of time and a little work. And I'm not as young as I used to be, and I do have problems standing up for a very long time sometimes. So I thought, well, I'm going to come in here and just come and do a Periscope and make the food last for several days, and then I'll come in here again and do another one. I'm sure you guys will understand because I don't want to overdo. I really don't. So I'm going to go ahead and get this pan hot, and then I'm going to add my add the oil. I've already put the oil in there, and I'm going to add my onions and my carrots, and I'll cook for 5 to 7 minutes until onions become translucent and carrots are a bit softer. So that's going to, and then I got to get some a vegetable broth out too. Yeah, it does make sense. Let me go get my flour. I forgot I need flour. And when I whisk in this pan, I'm going to use a silicone one instead of my other one because I don't want to get it really scratched up really bad. I know this isn't the best to use, but it does work. I like it because it's big. So I'm going to get this hot. I'm trying to put these onions and carrots. There aren't much. Got to get them. And I'll use I'll have more dishes to do again, of course. I think I'll use this. This is a Pampered Chef. Yeah, it is a lovely idea. I'll put this down so you can see what I'm doing in my skillet. Because after you want to see my skillet. Like I said, this needs to get hot. I was going to use the 10-inch, but I don't think the 10-inch would work. There's going to be too much in here for it to fit. So I decided, well, I'll take my 10-inch away and put my 12-inch here. I'm going to put the lid on to kind of get that started a little bit. It has to cook 5 to 7 minutes, so I want to make sure I get it good and done. Yep. If you've ever had shepherd's pie before, of course, most of the time your non-vegan shepherd's pie is with meat. Probably ground beef, I would reckon. But I'm making a lentil one because that's what this calls for. I saw, and since I'm vegan and lentils are so good, and I thought, well, shoot. Now these are green lentils. We all do. Now these are green lentils. It didn't say whether you should use the green or the brown, so I used green because the Quick Cooker book has tells you to use talks about green lentils. I don't know how much you would cook it for on the brown. I guess the brown lentils take longer to cook in the Quick Cooker. Now I could have put them on the stove, but they'd have taken about a half hour. So I decided to use a Quick Cooker and just use the green ones for 5 minutes. Yeah, it does. It does, and you can't tell the difference between the green and the brown anyway. Now the only one you wouldn't use is the red because it turns yellow when it's cooked. So there is a difference there. But as you can see, they came out really good. And they really expanded. I only used a cup of them, and they really expanded, which they really do. So I'm kind of glad I used my 12-inch skillet because I'm going to need to. I need a lot of room. But like I said, if you've never had a vegan shepherd's pie, well, you'll be in for a treat because I'm sure that once you see it made, you're going to want to make it yourself. So I'm going to post this up on my vegan page. No, you didn't have to soak them overnight. All I had to do is just rinse them. For the quick cooker, you don't have to do anything but just rinse them real good. So I rinsed them real good, and then I put them in the quick cooker with 3 cups of water. It's got a little bit of water left in here, but I'm just going to not worry about that because they soak up a lot of, because they'll soak that water up when they get in here anyway. And just cooked them on for 5 minutes. It's supposed to add oil to the pot, but since I'm putting them in the shepherd's pie, I didn't add the oil. I thought I'm going to leave that part out because it's going to go into my skillet anyway. So I just rinsed them real well, and then put them in my quick cooker. Set it on the bean setting for 5 minutes, and then had to natural release it for 10 once the timer went off, and then release the rest of the pressure. And by that time, there was nothing left in it anyway. But that was simple. I was trying to figure out from people on the Quick Cooker Facebook page what to set the minutes for on the lentils, and somebody had come back with me and says check the book because they've got different settings, but it's only for the green. So I'm thinking the brown would have to be probably extra time, would be maybe 8-9 minutes, something like that. I thought, well, I might as well use the green because that's what's got the recipe for. So, and this doesn't matter if you use green or brown in it anyway. It's all going to be the same, I think, anyway. So put this over here, and I'll make sure that these are starting to get hot. Pan does take time to get hot. It may not be completely hot yet. I'm going to cook these for 5 to 7 minutes. And I know my oven's going to be plenty done. It takes time to cook, and I'll just stop it and then turn it back on when I need to. Oh, thank you for the super hearts. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Pammy. You guys are awesome. I'm going to set this back on here to get this hot. Maybe I'll put it up on. I'll put this up a little bit to put it on a little higher to get it hot, and then we'll turn it down as it starts going. But anyway, how's everybody's day going? And have you had a great day? Oh, thank you. I try to do the best I can. I'm not perfect, I'll tell you that. Alexis has had a lot more experience than I have. Oh, snowing. Oh, my goodness. Is it really? You usually don't get snow this time of year? Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. It was warm weather, and then all of a sudden you got snow. Isn't that the way it goes, though? We had a nice January last year. Awesome January. Come the end of February, the last Sunday in February, we got 18 inches of snow. Now, I don't think we're going to get that much snow again for quite a while, because usually here in this area, once you get snow like that, a real bad snow, you don't get it again until another 3 to 5 years. It runs in cycles, so I don't think it's going to come again for a while. I hope not. Oh, a couple days, oh, that's awesome. That seems like summer weather. Oh, good. I'm glad it is. I know Erlene, she's not in here, but she was getting snow in Michigan, so I don't know. I know my daughter is, and she lives in Missouri, and they weren't getting snow, but at least for now. But that's not saying they won't get snow later on. You can hear these are starting to, and it says I think 5 to 7 minutes. So let me set my timer up here. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, Alexa, set the timer for 6 minutes. I'm going to have her set it for 6 minutes. Oh, you have snow? Oh my. So I had her set the timer, so I'm just going to let her, it's easier for her to set the timer than me to set the timer. Oh, so you can see I'm going to probably just keep this on here and let it for 6 minutes because it's got to cook down. But this is a very simple recipe. I cook enough food sometimes to last several meals. Since I'm the only one eating it, and I figured, well, I can't keep cooking every day because I have food sitting in the refrigerator and never gets eaten. So I thought, well, just eat what I have up and then start fresh again. So that's what I'm doing. And it doesn't cost so much to buy food that way. Just buy as I need it. And it works a lot better for me that way. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Not coming in here every day. I know you probably, I'll put this up for just a little bit. I know you miss me. Hi, good to see you. I know you miss me, but it's just better for me if I don't come in every day, at least do a cooking scope. I can do other scopes as well. I can do a prophecy scope, or I can do, knitting or crocheting scopes or something like that. Yeah, they are. And I always have a lot of leftovers because I fix enough for enough people. I'm the only one eating it, but I seem to fix enough for 6 to 8 people. All right. Yep, mix it up. You're right. I want to mix it up because all I do is cooking scopes, and to some people that might be a little boring. So I want to kind of mix it up and do other things as well. So that's what I plan on doing. I bought me some yarn, or some great big blanket yarn today. Real thick blanket yarn to make a blanket. I've seen the yarn before, and use a gigantic hook, an N. Can you imagine what that blanket's going to look like when it gets done? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. A lot of creativity, a lot of creativity, and a lot of work goes into it. I don't. There's some things that don't taste good leftovers. You know, there's a lot of foods that you got to be careful. They don't taste as good leftovers as they do eating them up the right. So I try to make sure. But I know this should be okay with leftovers, because it's going to be really good. I'm going to turn this down. Now that I got this going, I'm going to turn this down because I don't want to burn them. Let me turn it down. There we go. Because I don't want to burn them. They're starting to get a little brown right now, as you can see. That's not going to hurt them. I thought I'd better turn it down. Turn it down to medium so now they won't cook as fast. I forgot about turning it down once it got started. It's okay. It's just me eating it anyway. You know, you're not going to really taste it that much anyway. So, but don't be afraid to make something that you've never made before. Give it a whirl. There's a lot of things that I've made before that I wonder if I'll ever make them again, because some turn out real good, some don't. They seem to have something missing in the recipe for some unknown reason. I don't know what it is, but there's always something. I do too, but like I said, some of the recipes aren't as great as they make up to be. Some are winners and some are losers. You're right. Some are really big flops. I know Orleans has some flops. I've had lots of flops. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of wins and there's a lot of flops. Sometimes I wonder if with the flops, if they left something out of the recipe. I do too, and sometimes it still doesn't come out right. Oh, hi, you sweet friend too. You know, and I do it to the T too, and I can't figure out why it didn't come out right. And I look at that recipe and I says, well, did I make this right? Yeah, I know, I do too, and sometimes it still doesn't come out right. Oh, Happy New Year welcome to you from France, Sophie, and Happy New Year to you. You know, that's possible. That's quite possible. I never thought of that. Absolutely, and a lot of it has to do with the altitude. Somebody lives at higher altitude, like up in the mountains or up in the hills. It's gonna affect them too. So I'm thinking that maybe, yeah, that could be part of it too. That has a lot to do with it. A lot. Like I said, these are a little brown, but they're not all brown. But I turned it down just before I got them burned offerings of it. It's gonna be okay. You won't taste. Add the other stuff to it, and it'll be fine. But I like coming in here and making new things. You're welcome. But trying new things, sometimes I'm a little apprehensive because I'm not sure they're going to come out the way they're supposed to. A lot do, and I said some don't. And it's very frustrating when they don't come out the way they're supposed to, because I'm thinking, maybe I did something wrong. But then I look back on the recipe and it says, no, I didn't forget anything. I'm going to have to stop this for right now, and I'll stop it, and now I'll have to heat it back up, just for a little bit. And I wonder, what did I do wrong? Did I forget something in the recipe? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I forgot something or what. But I look it over and I don't see anything that I missed, but yet it didn't come out the way it was supposed to. And I'm thinking, what the heck? You know, it could have been the one that wrote it. You know, maybe, like you said, it was barometric pressure, had to do with their part of the country. And if somebody else does it, they live high up in the hills. It's going to be, it's going to be different for them. So, you know, that's possible. I'm just going to let these go until I hear the timer go off. Alexa, stop the timer. Okay, now that's 5 to 7 minutes. All right, now add 1 cup of vegetable broth to the pan and flour. Whisk until a thick sauce has formed. Okay. All right. I got some right here. 1 cup of this. This in. It's 1 cup. And it doesn't take much flour. Okay. You can hear it really sizzling. Okay. Now I'm going to see how much flour I need. Okay. It says a cornstarch or 2 teaspoons of flour. And I'll just use flour. You could use cornstarch too or arrowroot. It doesn't really matter. It's just whatever your preference is. So I'll just use the flour. It doesn't really matter. Because I don't have to be without gluten. Some people do, but I don't really have to. 2 teaspoons. And then I'll get my... Oh, whisking really makes it a lot better because it gets, you know, did you notice that? The whisking helps to get the lumps out of the flour somewhat. You're going to have a little bit of lumps, but there's a sauce forming right now. I'm using this because I don't want to put big scratches on it with the regular whisk. I like that for my mixing bowls or my batter bowl, but this is real good for this. I bought this quite a while back, and I thought, well, I can use it in here as well. It's still a whisk. Get all the flour. I want to get all the lumps out of the flour, so that's why I'm just in here trying to... It's working pretty well, as you can see. Starting to see that sauce? It made a nice sauce. It really did. I got 2 dogs in here looking at me, waiting for me to drop them something. Oh, yep, sure is, isn't it? Okay, now let me see what else it says to do here. All right, now I'm following the directions step by step by step. Okay. Add a couple of whisk until sauce is formed. Then add the lentils, the corn, the peas, the tomato paste, the thyme, the salt, the garlic powder, pepper, and soy sauce. I didn't get my soy sauce, and I don't have any regular thyme, so I'll have to leave that out, or I'll just use the dried. Okay, the lentils, I'm going to put those in here. Going to have a little liquid, but that's all right, because you know that lentils soak up a lot of liquid. And I love this quick cooker. Put this back on here for right now. I'll have to wash it later, but put it right back in for now. Get off the way. Okay. Corn, peas, tomato paste. Let me go get my tomato paste. I added it's half a cup of corn, half a cup of peas. This is a cup measure, so I thought, well, I'll just take half a cup of peas and then the rest will be corn. Now I'll get my tomato paste. I got a tomato paste that's in the tube, and I'll go get that out. And I'll get my soy sauce. I'm going to get liquid aminos is what I'm going to get. Okay. I'm going to use some liquid aminos instead of actual soy sauce. Okay, now, let's see what it says for this. Got to figure out which one this is. I use it fresh thyme, but I don't have that. 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. Okay. I thought this would be a little bit better than a can, because a can, it just goes to pot so fast. And here it still has to be refrigerated, but you got a lid on it. And I've seen Alexis use this already, so I think that'll be just fine. I'll put this back, and this is called, if one of that's a Lentil tomato paste, and all it has in it is your tomatoes, paste, and salt. Oh, thank you. And same to you. Same to you. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it very, very much. Okay. Let's see. Tomato paste. I don't have no thyme, so I'll put a little bit of salt, garlic powder. I'll have to get my stuff out. I didn't get those out. I think I got some garlic powder over here. Well, that's onion powder. Let me look for it. I forgot to get them out before I came over there. I'm sorry. I'm always forgetting to get my stuff out. Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking for it. Here's my garlic powder. I'll get my garlic powder. And I'll get my, I think my thyme's sitting over here too. Italian seasoning. I think this is, I don't know where my thyme is. I might just leave the thyme out. I can't find it. That's oregano. I might just leave it out if I can't find it. Oh, here it is. This is my thyme. No, that's rosemary. I have some thyme sitting somewhere. Let me see here. Just bear with me a little bit. I'll try to find my thyme. I know I've got it in here. There's no semblance of order over here in my spice rack. Here we go. I got it. Okay. Garlic powder. Okay. Garlic powder. Now, what does it say? Okay. Thyme, salt, garlic powder, pepper, and soy sauce. Okay. And I got some salt too, and I have to see how much salt I need. I use sea salt. So let me see how much salt it calls for. I think a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Well, it's got a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Let me get that. Let me get the garlic powder. Okay. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. If I don't see you come in right away, I'm a little bit busy trying to get my ingredients together here. So I'm working at it the best I can. So I'm going to make sure I get everything in here. The corn, the peas, the tomato paste, the thyme. I've got my. Okay, I use the thyme. Well, I'll just use a little bit of. I'm not going to put much thyme in it. I'll just. What does it say? It says, oh, I can't find it. A few leaves of fresh thyme, but I think I'll just put about a 1/2 teaspoon or something in there. I don't know how much a few leaves would be, so I'll just put a little bit in there. Doesn't really matter. Just the thyme is not a spicy spice anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. And oh, I can't get that on right now. I'll do that later. Hate it when I'm sputtering and I can't get it on. Okay, now it says, sorry about that, garlic powder, pepper, and soy sauce. Okay, I got my soy sauce right here. And these are liquid aminos, and I think that is, where did I see that? 1 tablespoon. Okay, here's my tablespoon. And this is the soy sauce alternative. This is what I use for soy toilet. As a soy sauce alternative. It's very good. Mix together, and then if you feel like the lentils are absorbing too much liquid, add the other 1/2 cup of vegetables. Now, there's plenty of liquid in here. There's plenty of liquid. Because we know the lentils absorb a lot of liquid. So I think I'll just leave the other half out go, because it had the liquid from the quick cooker in it. So I'm just gonna not worry about that, because it's gonna cook out when it bakes in the oven anyway. Let me see. I've got to step away a minute. Hold on. My nose always started running every time I come in here, so my hands. And I'll be right back. Get a lot of soap in my hand. Yes, I did. I used the green ones because it said 5 minutes. If I'd used brown, I wouldn't know. I asked somebody on the Quick Cooker Facebook page, and they said, well, to check the book. But there's nothing about brown in there, but the brown and green are pretty much the same anyway. Although I think the brown would have to cook a little bit longer. So I think that's why I stuck with the green. I've got the green, the brown, and the red, so I've got them all. Okay. Give the mixture a taste and then add more flavor if necessary. To the potatoes, I've already got my potatoes done up. Add the potatoes on top of the lentil mixture to make it extra fancy. I'm not going to do that. And then we got to bake on top for 15 to 20 minutes. Let me go ahead and put this back. I got my salt in there. I think I did. Oh, let's see. I put the salt in there. Quarter teaspoon of salt. Now, I don't think I got my salt in there. I guess, or did I? If I didn't put salt in there, I'm going to put a little bit more. I don't think I did. I'll just put a little bit more. Well, if I did, you got it says a quarter teaspoon or more to taste, so I guess it's, can't put too much in anyway. Okay, all righty. Hi, Alexis. I didn't see you in here. If that's what you're saying, good. Thank you for coming in, and I hope you lose at Weight Watchers. I'll be thinking about you at Weight Watchers. I'm gonna stir this just for a little bit more. See if I can get a little bit more of this liquid down. Although I think it'll be okay. You don't want it too dry when you put it in there anyway. Because as you know, the lentils soak up a lot of liquid. They are soaking it up like crazy. Now I'm going to take the potatoes and I'm going to put them on top. And I took my mixer and I mixed these because I think that whipped potatoes always come out a lot better with the mixer than they do doing them by hand. And I'm just going to put this on here and then maybe spread them out with a knife or something. So I put everything on here that I called for on the potatoes as far as the flour, or not the flour, but the butter and the milk is concerned. Now let me get a knife to spread that off. Spread that around. Might be kind of hard to get this all the way around because it wants to move around, but we're going to do the best we can with it. Should have been probably more potatoes. I'm going to have to spread it out, I think, quite a bit. I don't think I'm going to have quite enough potatoes, but we'll see what we can do here. It only called for 3 potatoes, but I'm going to spread it out the best I can. Hopefully it'll cover it. I probably should have used the 10-inch skillet. Probably would work then. What do you think? Should I transfer this? Yeah. Do you think well, I don't. If I change it to the 10-inch skillet, my potatoes are going to get all on the inside. Yeah, they do. They have potatoes on top, and I'm having a hard time. I think this 12-inch skillet might be a little big, but I hated to use the 10-inch because I thought everything wouldn't fit. But I'm trying to do everything I can to spread this potato mixture, I'll turn this off and get it all stirred around. Yeah, but the thing of it is, it's going to put the potatoes on the inside, and they're not going to be on the top. That's the problem. They won't be on the top. I could do that, but like I said, the potatoes will end up on the inside of the. Oh, don't change. No, I don't. I don't. I made as many potatoes as it said to make. Three potatoes. It was 3 russet potatoes. But see, I'm doing what I can to stir this around and get this put on here. I'm gonna. Yeah. See, but everything is trial and error. Everything is trial and error, and that's exactly what this was trial and error. I used my 12-inch skillet thinking it would work, and I should have converted back to the 10. But look, I was able to spread it around somewhat. It doesn't look too awful bad now, does it? You can still see the potatoes on top, and they're going to get brown. So it's I could sprinkle cheese on it. Yes, I could. Let me get this back on here for a minute and put this back up to 400, so this can start. Okay. I'll sprinkle a little cheese on it. Oh, okay. Well, I don't like to make mistakes on here. A lot of people make, I try not to make mistakes, but it does happen. You know, I do the best I can. You know, I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. I probably should have left my dishwater in here because I'm going to have to do some dishes again. But oh well, that's right. I'll just wash them after I get off of here. But do you ever think, everybody think this is going to be okay? It's not perfect. As you can see, it's not really perfect. Oh boy, that pan's hot. It's not really perfect, but I think it'll be okay. I'm going to take this up. So, whoa. So I'm going to go ahead. This is turned off. I think, yeah, it's turned off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here. I'll try to get this in here without too much trouble. Okay, there we go. Alexa, set the timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Okay. Now, she's just set the timer for 15 minutes. So, it's in there. So, next time I'll use the 10-inch skillet. But, you know, everything is with trial and error. When you make something, you're not sure which pan it's going to fit in. But I didn't want to put in the 10-inch and then it didn't fit and have to convert to the 12. So, I guess it'll be okay. You know, it's still going to look great. It's still going to look good. I managed to get the potatoes spread pretty much all over it. It's not real thick, but it's okay. You know, so I know now next time to only use a 10-inch skillet. By the way, if you don't have Pampered Chef skillets, what I like about these is the handles come off. These handles, you cannot leave these in the oven because they're plastic and they're not oven friendly. That's why I had to take it off. But they're real easy to get off. So I left it sit there so when I go to take it out, I can just flat wrap back on and put it back and take it out. They do conduct heat and they keep the heat for a very long time. So that's one good thing about them. They're almost like a cast iron skillet. I think they're actually better. I used to have a cast iron skillet when I was growing up. Man, those things were heavy. I picked one up at Walmart one time, and I had to hurry up and put the thing back. I thought I was going to drop it on my toe. Well, if I did, I broke my toe because those things are heavy. They really are. And so these Pampered Chef skillets are really heavy, but they're good skillets, really good skillets. And I highly admonish anybody that can afford them because they are so nice to have. They are the best pots and best skillets and pans there ever was. That's the only thing I ever used. I got rid of everything else I had because I didn't need them. So I decided to use these. And I see Erlene's in here. I didn't say hi to you, Erlene. I'm glad you made it in. But I didn't put rosettes on it because I'm not that fancy. But see, they put rosettes on it. I don't have a piping bag, and I thought, I'm just going to spread it across the top. But as you can see, the 12-inch was just a tad bit big, but I got it to work. You know, I got it to work. I made up my mind I was going to get it to work anyway. So, welcome back, Benita. You know what they say, try again. If you can't get it to work the first time, keep on trying. There's my daughter, too. I see my daughter's in here. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. So, it will work better with a 10-inch skillet the next time I make this. And I plan on making this again because there was so much stuff I thought, well, gee whiz, the 10-inch skillet might not be big enough. Nothing happened, Vanita. I didn't see you, sweetie. Well, I got it in the oven, Vanita. The potatoes didn't quite go all the way to the edge, but I did the best I could getting it to work. The only thing is I should have used the 10-inch skillet instead of the 12. I thought the 10-inch would be too small. I had the 10-inch out, and then I thought, no, it looks too small. Because just by looking at it, and so much stuff I had to put in, I thought, this is not going to work with all the lentils and everything I had. But it would have. It would have worked fine. But, I didn't know that. But next time I go to make this, I'll put it in the 10-inch skillet, and it'll be fine. But I did get the potatoes to go around it. I managed to get them to spread somewhat, Vanita. They're not as perfect as they could be, but I got them to spread. I got it to go pretty much all over the whole top. Because I had too big a skillet. I should have used the 10-inch and it would have fit a lot better. But when I looked at the potatoes I made, I thought, well, I've got enough potatoes for the 12-inch, but I didn't have. As you could see when I put them on there, it was not enough. So, live and learn, you know. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I know it's going to be good anyway. You know, I just kind of wish I would have used the 10-inch skillet, but I didn't want to change to the 10-inch skillet because I had no more potatoes cooked up. Because I had done all the lentils and the potatoes before I came in here. I cooked the lentils in the quick cooker for 5 minutes because they're green, and I cooked the potatoes on the stove in a pot, and they took a little longer to cook, of course. I wanted to get those done before I came in here because I had to mash the potatoes and everything, but it looked like it was too much for the 10-inch. Well, it really wasn't. So, well, now I know. But you know, I think it'll be fine. It's going to look good anyway. With as much stuff, it filled it up, you know, and I managed to get it to spread. You know, I didn't want to leave it the way it was. Yeah, I know. You know, they don't tell you what size skillet. You have to kind of judge for yourself, and sometimes you do okay, you make it all right, and then sometimes you mess up and have a too big of a one or too little. I didn't want to use the 10-inch in case it didn't fit in the 10-inch and had to convert it to the 12. Well, I should have started with the 10, with my better judgment. But you know, I didn't know, but I do know now, and I will do that the next time. The 10-inch will be much better to use, and it'll come out okay. The potatoes won't have to spread so far. So, but I think that everything will be fine. They're just not on there as thick as they should be because of the 12-inch skillet. But I don't think that really matters that much anyway. It's for me. As long as there's got potatoes on top of it, that's all that matters. Because that's really, basically, in case you don't know it, a shepherd's pie basically is just vegetables with potatoes on top, mashed potatoes on top. That's basically all they are. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a note on the recipe. You're right. And I will make a note when I post it on the Facebook page. I'll tell you it's better in a 10-inch skillet than the 12. I use the 12, but it's better in the 10. So if you have a 10-inch skillet of any kind, use that. Now, that being said, if you don't have a cast iron skillet or you don't have the Pampered Chef skillets that can go in the oven, you can put it into a baking dish. Use your better judgment on that. They say the bigger the baking dish, the thinner it's going to be. But you just use your own judgment. A rectangle or a square baking dish, 9 by 13, 8 by 8, or I think I've made it before in the 8 by 8. But I want to do something in the skillet because I think and this is a different recipe altogether than what I made before. So I'm going to like it because I always look at my recipes first before I decide if I'm going to pin them. I look at what the ingredients are and see if I can easily make it. Oh, hi. Yes, I got this at Walmart. I did get this at Walmart. And I got gray pants on. I wore these to Walmart because I needed to get some tomato paste today for this food, you know. And I got a few other things while I was there. I was telling people I got a blanket yarn. I've seen it before, but it's a great big huge thing of blanket yarn. I think it's going to make a really soft blanket. I'm hoping to come on here and show you how to make a blanket with it. It looks like it's a single crochet, and it takes the end hook, which is awesome because I bought the end hook last week when I was at Walmart trying to make something, and I bought the end hook. So it's got the right hook, but it's a great big huge blanket yarn. They also got baby blanket yarn, but this will be so soft. So I think it'll be awesome. In fact, if you want me to show it to you, I can go get it. If you want to see it, let me know, and I can bring it out and let you. And because I put it in the back bedroom where all the yarn is at. Okay, I'll go get it. Isn't this big? Look at this yarn. And look how thick it is. Look at that. And you use the end hook for this. I found this on the end cap at Walmart. I don't remember what I paid for it, But this is, and it's real soft. Real soft. And this will make a nice blanket. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you haven't seen this, sweetie. It probably is not your Walmart, but this is blanket yarn. It's real thick. Look at that. Look how thick that is. And I picked this color because I thought it was pretty. Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Joanne Fabrics has yarn, blanket yarn, but they also have baby blanket yarn at Walmart. This isn't baby blanket. This is for adults. But man, it is so soft. Yeah, it is. But oh man, this is so soft. I could cuddle up with this and and go right to sleep. I know I could because I'm gonna make myself a nice blanket out of this. I saw this and I thought, wow. That's why I showed it to you, because I thought maybe you might try and get some, sweetie. It's a huge. It takes the end hook. Yes, there is a pattern. There was a pattern on the inside, the thing that's wrapped around it. It had a knitting pattern and it had for crocheting, because it's basically for knitting. It's a 42 by 42 knitting, but crocheting is 33 by 33. And it takes the end hook. So I think it takes the size 7s or 8s for the knitting. But I don't like knitting. I don't like knitting needles. So there was a pattern, yes. The label that came with it, had that on there. So I'll put this back over here. So yeah, it had a label with it. So I thought it was absolutely pretty and really thick. And I thought, oh my, this is really thick yarn. It's going to make a nice soft blanket, a really soft blanket. So I'll probably show you how to make that one day too. But see how they see these rosettes on here? You'd have to have like a piping bag to make those rosettes. Probably could, dear. I suppose I could. I don't know how that would work on the loom though. Looms we have, the loom that I have is the Afghan loom I have. I'd have to use one of the round looms. Probably could, but I'm gonna crochet it, I think, because it'll go so much faster anyway. I want to try it and see how it's going to work. But you know me, I like buying new kinds of yarn I've never seen before. But anyway, what is everybody's weather doing? I didn't ask everybody what your weather's doing. I know my daughter, she's got nice weather right now. We're not too bad. I don't know if it's raining or not. I can't. Yeah, it's raining right now. I can see it dripping off the eaves. You're snowing? Oh my goodness, Irene. It seems like Michigan loves snow, don't they? Yeah, you just love the snow. Oh my goodness. Chicago is 39. Are you snowing in Chicago? Sunny this morning. Yeah, 46. My daughter's got 46. Yep, here I am. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Really, when you get right down to it, you're not supposed to drink at meals. Not really supposed to. You're supposed to wait until you get done eating it and then drink. But sometimes that's hard to do. I don't drink that much unless I'm real thirsty. 37 degrees, snow on ground. Wow. Yeah. Well, this is winter, of course, and we're going to get weather. You're welcome. So, it just depends on what I'm eating and the situation. With your throat, you drink. That's understandable. Some people you have to. They say you're not really supposed to. And when we had Thanksgiving, we had Christmas, we had like apple cider with our meal or whatever, or water, whatever the case might be. We always drink something with our meal. But you don't drink constantly. You just take little sips. And I saved mine until the very, very end. So it just depends on the situation and how thirsty I really am. Sometimes I don't get real thirsty, so I don't drink a lot. I prefer not to drink with my meal if I can get by with it. But if the case arises and I need to drink, I will drink, because after all, we got to drink. We got to keep our body hydrated. We can't let it get dehydrated, and that's real easy to do in the summertime, especially because of the humidity. It really gets hot and dry, and then you get parched, especially if you're outside doing something outside in 90-degree weather, working outside, and you come in and you are parched. That will happen too, and that's when I need water the most, is in the summertime. I don't drink it as much in the winter as I do in the summer. It just depends. I do have some water that I put in my water bottle, though, that's on my laptop table, and I use it. I drink it. I keep it filled up, and I think I've got to fill it. I filled it up this morning, and I'm probably just about got it gone again. But I do drink a lot of water. But water's good for you. We know our bodies are made up of water, so you need to drink water. You know, and I don't recommend anybody drinking 7-Up, Pepsi, ginger ale, or whatever like that. That isn't good for you. You know, I found with me, if I start drinking that stuff, I feel sick. It like it's burning my insides of my stomach. It'll burn the insides of your lining because it's acidic, and you want to get your body alkaline. So when I drink that stuff, it doesn't bode very well for my stomach. So I says, nope, I'm not going to drink it anymore. I'd rather have water and drink lots of it. You know, keep water on hand. You know, I take water when I go to church because sometimes I get parched and dry at church. So I'll take my water with me and I'll drink it at church. I'm not the only one that does that. There's a lot of other ones that do the same thing. You know, you keep water with you because you never know. I should take it when I go on my walks too. Sometimes I need it and I don't have it. But it's kind of hard to carry a water bottle and control 3 leashes, control 3 dogs. But I'll try it one of these times to see how. It's hard enough for me to periscope with the 3 dogs, let alone trying to control everything else. Alexa, turn the timer off. Okay, I'm going to get my stop this, and I'm going to get my. Okay, and I'm going to get my. Oh, I think that's going to be okay. Let me get my hot pads out that I got for Christmas. These are what I got for Christmas. They're really nice. Now let me go and put my handle on here, and I'll pull it out just a little bit. Well, I might not have to. I might be able to do it without pulling it out. But this can be frustrating sometimes because sometimes I can't always get this when I want to get it. I had it, and then pull it out a little bit. I have to pull it out just a little bit because I can't quite get it. There we go. Oh, it looks like it's going to be okay. It looks like it got done. I put it on 15 minutes, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, what do you think? There you go. Does that look good or what? What do you think? Does she look good? It did get done. And I see I did get potatoes all the way basically across the top. So maybe not as much as it should be because I need to use a smaller skillet. But look, it does look good though, doesn't it? Would you make this and try it for your family? I'm sure that some of you could. If you know, those that use meat, you could probably use ground beef. But this has happened to be a lentil. But lentils are very good for you. You don't even have to be vegan to eat lentils and to like lentils. Lentils are very good. They are a bean, but I think they're like a legume too. They're very, very small. They really swell up when they cook. The brown ones, I think, probably more so than the green. But I think it turned out really, really good. It really did. I love using Alexa to set my timer. That way I don't have to do it. Okay, good. You know, I don't know, Zoe. I really don't. See, if I'd used the smaller skillet, it probably would have done better. It would have. The potato would have spread out a little bit more, but I did get it spread out just the same. I was surprised I could get it spread out. I was trying real hard, and I worked at it, and you could see that I did. It worked really, really well. It would be thicker if I used a smaller skillet. You would have more potato on top, but it still looks good to me anyway. It's for me, and it doesn't have to be special, you know. And I'm not going to try it yet because it's really hot. Let me try it with stick a knife in it and find out. No, it's solid. It's solid. So it doesn't look like there's any liquid there. As you can see, it doesn't. See it. Look at it. It doesn't look like there's any liquid there at all. It's not shaking around at all. See, It's not shaking around, so it looks awesome. And no, it's going to taste good. Oh, yeah. This is a very simple recipe to make. Thank you. And I didn't get fancy with rosettes or anything. I wasn't going to do that. I will make this again, not in here, but I'm going to make it again, and I'm going to use the 10-inch skillet instead, because this is very simple to make. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. If you like lentils, you'll love this, because this has got lentils in it. It's got your potatoes on top. You got carrots in it. You got your onion in it. Yes, I will. I'm going to post it on YouTube. This actually turned out better than I thought. So it is going to go on. Yes, it will go on YouTube. It's going to go on my vegan Facebook page. Yes, it will. I don't always put things up on my Facebook page or on YouTube. If they don't come out good on my Periscope, I don't post them, because I'm embarrassed to do so. So the muffins that I made last Friday, I didn't bother with those because they sunk in the middle. So I didn't bother with those. But this is going to actually be real good. It's actually going to taste real good. I could probably try it, but I'm afraid I'm going to get burnt. I'd have to take it real slow. I could still try it anyway. Let me see. And just blow on it. But I don't want to cut into too much, because I want to put it up on my Facebook page. I'll just take it on the edge. It won't melt. There's, the lentils soaked up. Hi, Missy. Good to see you. Welcome. The lentils soaked up all the moisture. Well, there's still a little bit of moisture on the inside. Oh, me too. There's a little bit of what I probably should have done too when I put it in the cooker is not use as much liquid as they said. They said 3 cups, and I put 3 cups in there. I should have just used 2. Probably wouldn't have as much liquid. Lentils I did 2 today. Yeah, they're easy to cook. Now, if you don't have a quick cooker, you put them on the stove and cook them for about 30 minutes or so. A cup and 2 cups of water, because these do expand. So you have to, the quick cooker called for a cup of lentils with 3 cups of water, and I should have just used 2, because it had a little bit more water in it, and I didn't get the water out. So, but I would rather eat it this way than have it real dry. Wouldn't like it real dry anyway. So there's a little moisture in there, but the lentils soaked up pretty much all of it. But this is actually a real good recipe. In case you're wondering what is in here, I will give you the recipe while I'm still on. But it's going to go on my vegan page, so you can go ahead and make it. It's simple enough to make. Okay, it's got 1 cup of lentils cooked. I had to cook those first. And I use the green ones. You could probably use the brown ones as well. I use the green because I put them in the quick cooker, and there was no recipe for the brown ones. They didn't say how long to cook brown ones. They only said green. Okay, Earlene. 1 cup of lentils cooked. 1 carrot chopped, 1/3 cup of onion chopped, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, which I used avocado oil because I didn't have any olive oil. And I forgot to get some today. I said I was going to, and I didn't. 1.5 cups of vegetable stock, but I only used 1 cup of vegetable broth. I didn't need to use any more because there was plenty of liquid in there anyway. 2 teaspoons of flour, or you can use cornstarch for gluten-free. 1/2 cup of frozen corn, 1/2 cup of frozen peas, 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, a few leaves of fresh thyme, and I didn't have that, so I used the dry. 1/4 teaspoon of salt or more to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, black pepper, which I didn't use that either, and a tablespoon of soy sauce, tamari, or liquid aminos for soy-free, which I use the liquid aminos. And the rest and the potatoes I used 3 russet potatoes, and after they cooked, I put in 1/4 cup of almond milk, 1/4 cup of vegan butter, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I mashed them in my bowl. I didn't mash them in my skillet or anything. I mashed them in my bowl with my beater, and then that's basically all the rest, all it calls for. And then of course then I got the method on how you do it. But that's basically what's in here. Very simple recipe. Good ingredients. Like I said, you don't have to be vegan to like this, because it's going to be good no matter what. If you're not vegan, don't worry about it, because you don't have to be vegan to eat lentils. Lentils are good for vegans as well as non-vegans alike. They're very simple to buy. Walmart carries them. They carry your pinto beans. Yeah, I was talking to a lady in Walmart, and I heard her mention about her mom had said, well, if you eat black-eyed peas like the first of the year, you'll have good luck the rest of the year. Well, she didn't have any black-eyed peas, neither did I. I heard her say that, and I said, yeah, I heard that too. I heard that you eat black-eyed peas, it'll give you good luck. I said, well, I read something about you put them in your pocket, you have good luck. So I bought me a bag of black-eyed peas today. She was going to buy the cans. I says, no, I think you get the dry. And you something about black-eyed peas bring you luck. Well, I thought, if they're going to bring me luck, I might as well carry them with me. Even if I had to put the bag in my pocket or take some out of the bag and put them in my pocket. You know, carry some black-eyed peas with you. She said her mom has been doing that every year, and she said she's always had good luck. So maybe it does work, you know. It sounds like an old wives' tale, but, you know, I'm willing to try anything once. If you're having bad luck, you know, whether it's financially or whatever, try getting yourself some dried black-eyed peas and carry them around with you in a pocket or whatever, purse or whatever, and see if you have any good luck. It might happen. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that on Google. That's what they said. Yeah, I was Googling it, and that's what they said. It's a southern thing, but I guess you can do it all over. That's where it started. But they said you can. But that lady, you know, lives here, and her mom does it, and she says she has good luck. Oh, it's a tradition. Oh, okay. Well, we don't hear of it here, but I'm willing to give it a try because it sounds great to me. I'll give anything a try once, you know. I really will. Black-eyed peas, you know. Basically, they are just peas with little black eyes on them. So I bought the dried ones. I don't think about a pound or so. So I'm going to give it a whirl and see. I may even try to eat them sometime. I won't eat the pork, and I don't know if I'll eat cabbage with it or not. But I'm going to try it sometime. I hope that you guys try this. I'll post this up on my vegan page. And I hope you give it a... Oh, you made it with vegan loose meat? Oh, okay, Erlene. Two big pots to eat. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Well, you could double the luck that way, wouldn't you? Yeah, double the luck for sure. I mean, why not? I mean, if it brings people, and they say it brings people luck. I've never heard of that before. Oh, for Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. Well, this big vegan shepherd's pie I think can be made anytime. You betcha. Yep, you betcha. You cook yours with onions and bacon, so maybe a substitute. Oh, yeah. I would have to substitute bacon for me. Yeah, onions are fine, but bacon can substitute any kind of thing like lentils, quinoa, or anything like that. Would work, I would think. Anything like that, I would say. So I'm hoping that you all give this a try because it looks awesome. It tastes real good so far. So I'm going to have to get off of here in a bit so I can sit down and eat this before it gets cold. Because this is my lunch. Because everybody knows I don't eat a night meal. I eat late in the afternoon pretty much, and then I don't eat at night. So I'm going to let this be my final shot, and I hope that you all. I've got to get this up here. I got a phone call that came in. There we go. I got it off. That you all have you can use smoked turkey. Oh, okay. Well, I don't eat turkey, but I could find something. You're welcome. You're so welcome. But I'm glad that you guys could come in and be here for me because you guys are so awesome. And I'm going to take the time now and I'm going to sit down and eat this. But I want to take a picture of this first and post it on my vegan Facebook page. You are so welcome. And I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. I hope to come in tomorrow. I don't think I'll do a cooking school. Probably not. And maybe I'll do something with that yarn I just showed you. So we'll try to make the blanket. So with that being said, I hope, I certainly will. And I hope you all have a great, I will try that. Thank you for telling me. I hope you all have a great and marvelous night and whatever left of your day. And you all have a good night's rest. And until we meet again, take care. God bless. Love you all and bye-bye.